Welcome, my friend. Let me take you to a quiet place in your mind, a place where your dreams still live. You can almost hear them whispering. Don't give up. Keep going. Try one more time. But maybe, just maybe, there's something missing. Not passion, not talent, but something deeper, stronger, invisible to the eye, but powerful enough to shape your future. That thing is self-discipline. This is not a lesson from a classroom. Number. It's a lesson from life itself. A lesson I learned the hard way. Through failures, regrets, and lonely nights filled with questions. If you've ever felt stuck, if you've ever broken a promise to yourself, if you've ever said, I'll start tomorrow, only to never start, then this story is for you. I remember a time when I wanted to change everything. I wanted to wake up early, eat healthy, build a new life, chase my dreams. I made plans, big plans. I wrote them on paper, stuck them on the wall. I felt motivated, powerful. But 2 weeks later, all those plans were forgotten. I stayed in bed late. I ate junk. I scrolled through my phone for hours. I hated myself for it. I felt weak, lazy, broken. Then something happened. One night, I stood in front of the mirror. I didn't recognize the person looking back at me, not because I looked different, but because I had become a stranger to myself. That night, I asked a question that changed my life. What's stopping me? The answer was clear. It wasn't the world. It wasn't bad luck. It wasn't other people. It was me, my choices, my habits, my lack of self-discipline. That night, I made a promise, a real one. No more empty plans. No more dreaming without doing. I was going to rebuild my mind, one lesson at a time. Here are the 7 essential lessons I learned on that journey. Lessons that didn't just change my habits. They changed my life. The first lesson is about doing it even when you don't feel like it. I used to wait for motivation. I told myself, I'll work out when I feel ready, or I'll write when I feel inspired. But days passed, weeks passed, and nothing changed. Then I realized motivation is like the weather. It comes and goes. But self-discipline, that's like the sun rising. You don't wait for it. You become it. There was a cold morning I'll never forget. I didn't want to get out of bed. My body felt heavy. My mind said, skip the gym, just one day. But I forced myself up. I stood in the cold. I tied my shoes. I walked. And as I moved, something shifted. The weakness in my mind turned into strength. Not because it was easy, but because I did it anyway. That's the power of discipline. It shows up when your feelings don't. The second lesson is consistency over perfection. In the past, I wanted to be perfect. I thought one mistake ruined everything. If I missed one workout, I felt like a failure. If I ate one bad meal, I gave up the whole week. But that's not how discipline works. Discipline is not about being perfect. It's about showing up again and again, even after falling. One day, I skipped my run. I felt guilty. I almost quit. But the next morning, I ran again. Not far, not fast, but I did it. And in that moment, I realized discipline is like a muscle. Every time you come back, you grow stronger. Even a little effort, every day, becomes a mountain over time. Lesson 3 is removing the temptation. This one changed everything for me. I used to keep chocolate in the kitchen. I told myself, I won't eat it. But at night, when I was tired and alone, I always gave in. Then one day, I threw it all away. I cleaned my space. I deleted apps that wasted my time. I stopped testing my willpower and started protecting it. Discipline isn't just about saying no. It's about making it easier to say yes to the right things. I call this environment control. If you want to read more, keep books near you. If you want to eat healthy, fill your fridge with clean food. If you want to sleep early, leave your phone in another room. Your environment shapes your behavior. And when you change your surroundings, you change your life. Lesson 4 is delayed gratification. We live in a world that wants everything now: likes, comfort, pleasure. But real success, real growth, takes time. It's not about what feels good today. It's about what builds a better tomorrow. I remember working on a project. It was hard. I got tired. I wanted to watch TV. I wanted snacks. But I said to myself, not yet. I kept working. 3 hours later, I finished. And the feeling? It was not pleasure. It was pride. That's what discipline gives you. Not quick happiness, but deep satisfaction. If you want to build something great, wait, work, push, and when it comes, it'll mean everything. Lesson 5 is becoming your own parent. This sounds strange, but stay with me. When you were a child, someone told you when to sleep, when to eat, when to stop watching cartoons. You didn't like it, but it kept you safe. It helped you grow. As adults, no one tells us anymore. We become our own boss, and that's the problem. I used to treat myself like a spoiled child. I gave myself whatever I wanted: rest, sugar, distractions. But no results, no growth. Until I became my own parent. Now I ask myself, what would a wise parent do? They would say, go to sleep, you need rest. Or no phone now, you have work to do. And I listen. Not because it's fun, but because it's love. Discipline is a form of self-love. It's not about punishment. It's about care, true care. Lesson 6 is forgiveness after failure. Let me tell you a secret. Everyone fails. Everyone breaks a rule, skips a step, makes a mistake. Even the strongest minds have weak moments. But what matters is what you do next. There was a time I broke every rule I made. I felt ashamed. I wanted to quit. But then I told myself, forgive, begin again. I stood up. I started small, one step, one day, one promise. And little by little, I returned to myself. Discipline isn't destroyed by failure. It's destroyed by giving up after failure. Fall 7 times. Get up 8. That's how you win. And the final lesson, lesson 7, is knowing your why. This is the heart of it all. Without a reason, discipline dies. Without meaning, the rules feel like chains. But when your why is strong, you become unstoppable. I found my why in silence. I asked myself, what kind of life do I want? Who do I want to be? What will I regret if I don't change now? And the answers made me cry. I didn't want to waste my potential. I didn't want to wake up one day old and filled with regret. I wanted to live with power, with clarity, with fire in my heart. That's my why. What's yours? Maybe it's your family, your dream, your health, your freedom. Whatever it is, hold it close. Write it down. Look at it when you feel weak. Let it remind you why you started. Because in the end, discipline isn't about rules. It's about freedom. The freedom to choose the life you truly want. Today, my life is different. I still fail sometimes. I still get tired. But now, I don't wait for motivation. I don't give in to every craving. I don't chase easy comfort. Now, I chase something bigger. And you can too. Start today, not with huge steps, but with small choices. Wake up a little earlier. Move your body. Speak kindly to yourself. Say no to one thing that hurts you. Say yes to one thing that builds you. Because that's how discipline grows. Not with force, but with love. You are stronger than your excuses. You are wiser than your doubts. And deep inside, you already know the path. All you need is the discipline to walk it. One step, one choice, one day at a time. Thank you for listening, my friend. And remember, you are not alone in this. We all fall, we all struggle, but with discipline, with these 7 lessons, you can rise higher than you ever imagined. This is your story now. Write it with strength and never look back.